Welcome to Justice Hunters, where compelling crime stories are dissected in depth. A blast echoes and stalls burst into flames. Who is trying to destroy the shadow market? In the heart of the forgotten industrial city of Veridian, a hidden underground market thrives under flickering neon lights casting shadows on the walls, filled with fake gems and hushed whispers. Yet, when a mysterious saboteur targets the vendors, chaos, missing persons, and traces of destruction are left behind, triggering a relentless police investigation. Who stands behind this shadowy plot, and what drives them to dismantle this secret operation? Prepare for an 11-minute examination. This is a tale of deception, danger, and unexpected turns. Let's begin. The story starts in the decaying outskirts of Veridian City, where factories stand silent, their rusted chimneys bearing the scars of a once prosperous past, their windows shattered by years of neglect and battered by relentless storms. The air carries a faint scent of oil and ash, a reminder of the city's lost wealth. Beneath this desolate surface lies the shadow market, a clandestine bazaar accessible only to the chosen, hidden behind a trapdoor in an abandoned warehouse. The entrance is guarded by a creaking, rusted iron door, its hinges groaning as if alive with every cautious step. The trapdoor is concealed under moldy crates, a detail invisible to the untrained eye. Here, vendors sell counterfeit jewels, rubies gleaming like fresh blood under dim, buzzing lights, emeralds shimmering with an almost hypnotic luster, and sapphires pulsing with a hidden energy, all crafted by a mysterious artisan known only as the Carver, whose face no one has seen, whose identity is shrouded in myths. The market comes alive every Tuesday night, drawing scarred-handed smugglers, nimble-fingered thieves, and individuals willing to risk arrest, injury, or worse for a shot at riches. Security is tight, enforced by burly guards wielding clubs and a network of surveillance cameras made from scrap, their feeds monitored by a tense overseer in a dimly lit control room. Yet no one notices the danger lurking within. A threat soon emerges to shatter this fragile structure. A rumor circulates among the vendors. Once, a treasure was found here, but no one who took it ever returned. But pause for a moment. This is no ordinary market. On a rainy evening in October 2024, everything changes. The vendor, Mara Clint, a frail woman who survived her youth pickpocketing on the streets after her family abandoned her during a harsh winter, sets up her stall filled with fake sapphires, arranging them with the skill honed from years of deception. Her stall is a patchwork of welded wood and fabric, a testament to her craftsmanship. As midnight approaches, a hooded figure slips through the crowd, their cloak blending with the shadows, their boots silent on the damp floor, and places a metallic device next to the stall, a shiny object slightly larger than a coin. Moments later, a deafening explosion rocks the market. The stall splinters into shards, and glass fragments rain down like deadly projectiles, the blasts echo reverberating through the concrete tunnels. Mara vanishes, leaving behind only a scorched mark on the concrete and a single unbroken sapphire glinting amid the debris, its surface unscathed by the chaos. Panic erupts. Guards rush about, their clubs clattering against the ground as they shout. But the saboteur melts into the night, swallowed like a ghost. For a month, similar attacks strike other vendors, each explosion timed with eerie precision to coincide with the market's busiest hours, each victim disappearing without a trace, their stalls reduced to rubble heaps, their screams fading into the void. The market's leader, known as the Overseer, a shadowy figure rumored to have risen by crushing a workers' strike as a corrupt factory manager, calls in the Veridian City Police Department, his voice trembling with desperation that threatens his empire of chaos, his hands clutching a ledger of illicit gains. On his desk lies a mysterious object, a medallion resembling that of a former factory manager, hinting at a partner who betrayed him. That night, a guard hands the Overseer a small metal shard found after the blast, but he chooses to hide it. The shard matches a piece once stolen from the factory's engineering wing. But things grow even more complicated here. Detective Elias Thorne takes on the case, a gruff veteran marked for life by childhood scars from a factory accident, his 20 years of police experience sharpening his ability to unravel puzzles, his desk a chaos of yellowed case files. His first move is to analyze the wreckage. Forensic experts uncover traces of xylarite, a rare explosive compound used in industrial demolitions, and smuggled through a network of traffickers from a distant port. Interviews with survivors reveal a pattern. The attacks target the most successful vendors, suggesting a motive beyond random violence, perhaps jealousy, revenge, or a bid for control. He infiltrates the market disguised as a buyer, a radio hidden under his coat. Noting the tension in the air, the guard's nervous glances, and the lingering smell of burnt rubber from the last blast, storing this clue in his mind. One night, he spots the hooded figure again, their movements swift and determined, their cloak rippling through the crowd, but a chase through the warehouse's labyrinth, past stacks of crates, dripping pipes, and a rat scurrying in the shadows, ends with the suspect vanishing down a sewer grate, leaving Thorne breathless, his flashlight flickering weakly. During the pursuit, Thorne's shoe slips on the slick floor, a moment of hesitation aiding the saboteur's escape. At that moment, a guard accidentally triggers an alarm, momentarily confusing Thorne's team. The alarm's wail resembles an old factory siren, piquing Thorne's interest. The investigation deepens as he discovers the carver's workshop. Behind a false wall lies a hidden room filled with molds, chemical vats emitting a nose-stinging fume, and yellowed papers scribbled with jewel designs. The artisan, a frail man whose family perished when factory pollution poisoned the water supply, admits to crafting the fake gems but denies the sabotage, clutching an old photograph with trembling hands. He reveals that the overseer rules the market with an iron fist, skimming profits, punishing defiance with brutal beatings in a back room, and hoarding real jewels in a locked safe as a personal treasure. Thorne suspects an insider, perhaps a vendor whose livelihood was destroyed, seeking vengeance, or a guard simmering under the overseer's tyranny for years. He sets up a sting operation, preparing a decoy stall rigged with tracking devices, its fake diamonds sparkling under the market's harsh lights, watched by undercover officers on the roof. Before the operation, Thorne delivers a motivational speech to his team, emphasizing lessons from past failures. During the setup, an officer finds a suspicious footprint near the stall, but it vanishes into the darkness, resembling mud from a worn shoe sole. The trap springs on a foggy night in November, the air heavy with mist and anticipation. The hooded figure approaches, their cloak swaying with each step, the jewel device emitting a faint eerie glow, and Thorne's team moves in, their flashlights slicing through the dark. But the suspect triggers a smoke bomb, a thick gray cloud engulfing the scene, its sharp scent filling the air, and once again escapes, their footsteps fading as the team coughs and stumbles. They are led to an old factory, its windows boarded up and floors stained with oil, reflecting the moonlight. Thorne finds a control room packed with the market's surveillance feeds, each monitor flickering with grainy footage of past attacks. The saboteur is revealed as Victor Hale, a burly ex-guard who limps from a fall that ended his career dreams, confessing he was fired for challenging the overseer's methods and reporting a beating, having built devices in a secret basement lab to dismantle the market from within and expose its corruption. Yet, the explosives, assembled with faulty wires scavenged from the warehouse, became unstable, inadvertently causing the disappearances, his eyes brimming with regret. Thorne cuffs Hale amid the factory's debris, the clank of metal echoing, but the market's fate remains uncertain. Will it be rebuilt under a new leader or buried forever beneath Veridian's forgotten streets? In Hale's lab, a notebook containing the sabotage plans is found, prompting Thorne to launch a further investigation. The notebook hints at a deal the overseer once made with a partner, the partner's name erased, but their signature bearing a familiar engineering symbol. The aftermath sees Veridian City buzzing with rumors, its streets alive with tales of the shadow market's collapse and ghostly market sightings on moonless nights. The overseer vanishes. The real jewel hoard remains undiscovered, leaving a power vacuum that sparks turf wars among the remaining vendors, knives glinting in the dim alleys. A young vendor, inspired by the chaos, starts a movement to legitimize the market, distributing flyers by day. Thorne retires, haunted by the faces of the missing and unresolved details, his desk piled with abandoned case files, a half-written letter to his late partner among them. But the key question lingers. Was the overseer's disappearance a true escape, or part of a larger scheme? The answer lies hidden in the shadow market's shadows. Share your thoughts below and join us for the next crime investigation on Justice Hunters. Subscribe, hit the bell, and keep the hunt alive.